Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video, and today we'll be doing yet another Spiral Abyss one. However, we are doing this one fully blinded. I'm recording this the day of release and have avoided any leaks or spoilers as to the new Spiral Abyss, so I have no clue on what might be coming up. When it comes to our teams, the logic I'm using behind this is as much elemental coverage as possible, and hoping we don't have the same situation when I tried doing Memory of Chaos in Star Rail Blind and I brought my Jingliu against an entirely ice-resistant half. So what we will be doing is we'll be running Arlecchino on the first half, and we will also be running Xingqiu, Fischl, and Beidou all together, so that we have a lot of different elemental coverage, as well as our Wriothesley, and a Bennett, a Xiangling, and a Kaza, just in case we need any grouping, and he can also just be useful. I should point out that my Arlecchino is C1, and since Arlecchino C1 is very strong, what I will be doing is I will be running her on a Fav Lance instead of on Jade Wing Spear as I would normally, and I will also be running her on a slightly broken set, just to counteract for the C1, and then obviously she is also level 8 normal attack. So I feel like once people build their Arlecchinos properly, they will be able to do better damage than I am in this video. But yeah, with that being said, let us once again build our teams as I stated. And we are in a position so that we can, as soon as I find my Wriothesley, there we go. And yeah, with that being said, let's just get right into it. Okay, so starting off, we get ourselves a nice normal charge attack damage bonus, which is useful for both our halves. And let us see what we are up against. Okay, it's the Magu-Kenkis, which... well, that's not off to a good start. I'm just going to retry straight away. We really don't want our units to take damage other than our Arlecchino because she can heal herself, whereas the others cannot. I mean, hopefully we will be able to hit these two guys at the same time, and then I feel like the blue guy will just kind of come to us naturally. We already have the markup on them, which is useful. The one problem is, obviously, this guy is going to create a cryo aura, which is going to be a pain for us trying to use Xingqiu. Although, hopefully, if we can just group these guys up well enough, then we can just basically kill them all at the same time. I am really wary here of using Xingqiu. I'm actually not going to use his ult just because that is... sorry, his skill, because that would just be a little bit too dangerous in my opinion. We are doing pretty decent damage here. All three of them are down quite a fair bit of HP. I actually can't find the animal one. Okay, there he is. And then again, we're just now going to go into a Fischl ult, into... give me my Beidou burst back, never mind. Okay, now we have it. I am going to need to funnel Xingqiu a little bit right at the end, so I'm going to try kill the blue guy so we can get rid of the cryo aura. First things first, I don't want my Arlecchino to... oh, I did not mean to do that. It's fine because we will be able to get all our stuff back here. I actually didn't need to ult on Arlecchino there. But, you know, it is what it is. And we have all our ults up, which means we can take our Bond of Life and just kill this guy. Alright, that's a decent first half, I believe. Now, let's see what we... okay, we've got these two guys here, so this shouldn't be a massive problem, I would imagine. Although, maybe they will prove me wrong. They are grouped up together, so... ooh, this guy... okay, we should be able now to kill them at the same time, I would imagine, unless something unfortunate happens. Okay, yep, cool. Okay, this is not nice. We need the pyro guys not to group away from us. You know, having them grouped up is ideal, although I am throbbing a little bit right now, and let's see. These guys can do a fair bit of damage, so I don't want to die. Okay, our Wriothesley is still alive, luckily, so I am going to take advantage of this iframe here to make sure he gets healed. Our rotation is very scuffed right now. Unfortunately, that we still will have to deal with more enemies. Let's see what we're dealing with. Ah, crap. Okay, this might not be a 3-star right off the bat. I will do another run if necessary, unless I just really can't fix this. Hopefully we can group these guys up once again. There we go. Oh, we didn't Xiangling ult. Whoops. Alright, now let's see how we do. I remember my first time using Wriothesley in Abyss was up against these guys, and they were a massive pain. So, you know, I consider this vengeance. And you know what? We're actually doing pretty decent here. As long as we can kill this one guy. No. Great. We were so close. Okay, I was able to get a much quicker first half run, which is very nice for us. Now, hopefully we don't mess up here, because it would be a shame to have had that run go to waste when it went so well for us. Just hoping we can kill these guys as soon as possible, which we should be able to. Very nice. Try making oh, okay, we've actually... Oh, wow, we absolutely destroyed the pyro guys, which is good for us. Get a little bit of pyro res shred for when the mage comes back. I mean, first of all, not die would be nice. Okay, and we have a lot of time to clear these two guys. So this clear has went much better than the first one, although, I don't want to get overconfident. Okay, our Bennett just got his ult back now, and I will just funnel Shangling here. Oh, she still doesn't have enough for her ult. Isn't that just the pinnacle of Shangling gameplay? And now we're back on our Risley. Just once again, make sure we don't die, because I really don't want to retry this after we had such a good run. I mean, I know we have 50 seconds to go kill these guys, although they can be a massive pain, as proved by the... Actually, my first time playing Risley, which was like my first big Spiral Abyss video. We did go up against these guys, and they gave us a very hard time because they were, I believe, on Chamber 3. So, yeah, but we have... Okay, we've beaten them, luckily. Like I said, I am just going to try funnel here a little bit. Once again, avoid death, and we are good. Basically. Okay, there we go, and die. Thank you very much. Oh, you're not dead. Okay, well, they're gone now, luckily. And it's on to the second half. We did... That was a little bit scary, but yeah, luckily our Arlecchino absolutely destroyed the first half in about a minute. So yeah, let's see what's Chamber 2 this time. I am curious. First of all, what blessing will we get? Another normal and charge attack blessing. Okay, this is actually really nice here. Luckily, oh, okay, my Wi-Fi died. How lovely. Oh, never mind. Okay. Cool. What's our enemy? Ooh, Capelli and Capelli, yes, interesting. Okay, now the nice thing here is that obviously we have a lot of interruptions. They can freeze us, I forgot. It's fine, that shouldn't be a massive issue. And then obviously Arlecchino is Pyro, so Capellius' shield is not gonna last long very much. Combining the interruption resistance from Xingqiu and Beta, we should be able to face tank quite a lot, and the fact that our Arlecchino can heal quite reliably. And then, we can just start up another rotation. I don't want to take too much damage on my Xingqiu, though. I do want to be wary of that, just so that we don't have to worry for the third chamber, because, I mean, worst case scenario, we'd have to use the blessing to heal, which, I would not like to do very much. I don't think we're going to clear this in quite a minute, but it's going to be pretty close to a minute. Okay, that's painful. Anyway, just use our skills here. I feel like we're going to be able to end it here. At least we should be able to. And yeah, it is looking that way right now. I am just going to funnel a little bit. Make sure that our Beto and Fischl have their ults for the next half. Although we might struggle a little bit with that because they are just going to die there. Well, we did clear it in 80 seconds. Hopefully we will be able to be hopefully we will have a little window to funnel in the next part, but enough waffling. What are we facing here? Okay, a lot of Fatui you know what I mean. Fatui agents. Can you knock back my Kaza, please? That would be greatly appreciated. I do only see one of them right now. Here are the other two. You know what? These guys are so annoying. Can they just come back here? Thank you very much. We are taking a bit longer against these enemies. I mean, they should be pretty easy, so, I would like not to spend way too much time on them. Okay. Aramites, this should be fine for the most part. We are probably going to end up swelling Pyro here. Yep, but that's okay by me, if I'm being honest. Is this woman spawned in her bird yet? Oh, she has. Okay, cool. Well, you're dead, and you guys are gonna die as well. It would have been nice if I could have charge attacked this guy instead. We don't have any pyro on him right now, so we are just gonna have to brute force him, although on the bright side, that does mean we will be able to swell here. Ooh, this is actually really good for us. because we have two very effective elements against these guys. So, you know, I just have to make sure I get the damage on them, don't die, and then we should be able to clear it in time, considering the fact that we have both. Well then, I will see you guys in a second. Here we are, back again. I have no clue what killed me last time, but hopefully we can avoid that this time. A few things I have learned is that I really want to make sure we can group these guys up before they knock me back. Okay, we're gonna pretend that never happened right there. But, you know, okay, never mind. We weren't able to stagger them, which is kind of what I was hoping for. But we should be fine. We hit an 84k charge attack there on this one. You know, we don't have all our buffs up, but, you know, this could be a blessing in disguise because we will be able to swell cryo here, and hopefully we'll be able to do big damage. You know, we can just group all of these guys up now with Kazuha, and that, you know, like I said, should be big damage here. Yeah, over 100k. Lovely. And now we can damage these guys up a little bit. Although the main thing we want to look out for, first of all, is damage. And now make sure they're grouped up so that when their shields are up, we can hit them at the same time. And, okay, their shields should be soon going up. Okay, I did kind of just ult there to avoid any attacks and heal up, but I feel like it was kind of unnecessary. You know what, actually it wasn't the worst. Hopefully we can still swell Pyro here on Kazuha's ult, and we can, which is very useful. And now we just kind of... Okay, see, I was going to Shangling ult, but now that I'm realizing I kind of don't need to. So I will instead just funnel Shangling and Bennett. I mean, these guys are sapping my energy, which is annoying, but, you know, as long as we're able to funnel a little bit, we should be fine. You know, do a little bit extra to these shields. We can even heal up a little bit here, just make sure we don't take too much damage. And then there we go. That is the second half completed. You know, it did take us a second try, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm just lucky I'm just glad we were able to clear that eventually instead of constantly dying to the Abyss Lectors, which is unfortunate, but... Moment of truth, it is time for Chamber 3. Now, the problem is that our Arlecchino's never lower than half HP. This is just a waste, and we don't do much elemental burst damage, but, you know, I guess I'll take whatever damage I can get. But with that being said, it is time for Chamber 3. Let's see what the final boss awaiting us is, and it... Damn, that's crazy. We get Cryo Gunners. How fun. Okay then, I was not expecting this on the final chamber. I don't know why it's 10 enemies. Are they just gonna throw a bunch of different Fatuelas? If so, that's gonna be incredibly boring. But, I mean, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, we get Aramites and Nabushi, which is quite something. At least I think that's what they're called, if I remember well. I mean, okay, seems very random to me. Probably gonna get like a Mirror Maiden. Actually, no, a Mirror Maiden already showed up. Let's see, what else could we get? Okay, we get mechas now. How fun. This just seems like a really weird floor, if I'm being honest. Okay, then it would be useful if you guys could group up. There we go. That one will probably just die from all the AoE damage if I... Oh, never mind, that's slightly wishful thinking. Okay, we might need to restart this chamber. I mean, it kind of depends on what the last enemies are going to be, although there are only 3 of them. Okay, never mind. As long as this guy doesn't go too far away, we should be able to clear in about 90 seconds-ish. You know, just ult here, ult there, and then not worry about funneling because we're basically done here. Like, you know, no interruption resistance is very handy here. I mean, obviously C1 would help, but we're like I said already, we're running Slingshot Beta, so who cares? Okay, now this is a true test of damage. Let's see what we are going up against. Oh, I have not fought this guy in a long time. You know what? I'm actually very happy that we brought these teams, although the... Okay, I'm not gonna lie, Pyro Shield is a bit of an L. Does he use the same shields all the time? If he does, then the Pyro Shield's gonna be slightly problematic. Ooh, you know what? Actually, the Arlecchino team would have been really good for this half, for this boss specifically. like, not having any Hydro here right now is proving to be a problem against the Power Shield. I mean, yeah, we're definitely gonna have to retry, that's for sure. Yeah, we don't have any ults up. I'm gonna retry. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are on the second half now. Unfortunately, if I'm being completely honest, I don't think that we are going to be able to 36-star this, unfortunately. This guy, you know, is just a little bit specific. We are going to struggle to take down the Pyro Shields. And he also does a fair bit of damage to us. We can only rely on Risley right now in order to break the Pyro Shield, which is slightly problematic for us. I mean, you know, luckily he is able to self-sustain himself partly, but then, you know, like I said, this guy just does a lot of damage and is very annoying to deal with. Now, we should be able to take him down here, which is lovely, of course, but the problem is, I mean, now he's going to get a Pyro Shield, which in and of itself isn't a massive problem. If we are able to crit here on a normal attack, then we will have bad chances, except from he's going to teleport here, and now this all depends on this one last rotation. If we can get him here, then we can win. If not, then unfortunately we will have to call it quits here, and yeah, we're not gonna be able to get him. So unfortunately, I fear that we weren't able to finish the challenge. You know, we got pretty close. I actually feel like if we had swapped the two teams around, then maybe we would have been able to. But in the end, the challenge is over. You know, we would be able to get 35 stars if I kept trying, but I believe it is time to put us out of our misery, and it is time to unfortunately concede defeat. You know, we went in fully blind, not knowing what was happening, but unfortunately we just couldn't beat out all the strict requirements. I would probably say this is probably the hardest Spiral Abyss in Fontaine. So, I mean, there's no shame that we weren't able to clear it blind. You know, we had a very scuffed Arlecchino build just to try and make this more relatable. Our Risley was C1, but, you know, he's not the best DPS in the game. Well, I will probably do a video using these two teams again, but flipping them the other way around. So yeah, that's going to be a separate video. Maybe that's actually going to be the first video I put up, and then the Blind Abyss will come up second. But yeah, you guys will know after the video is up. And yeah, I will move on to the... I'll just compose myself, and then we will be moving on to the character builds. Okay, so I did kind of show off our Arlecchino build earlier, so I'm just going to speed through it. You know, we have not the best crit ratio in the world. We would have loved more crit rate. Obviously, we are on Fav Lance instead of something like a White Tassel or the Jadewing Spear I would normally use. Artifacts, just a 2-piece attack, 2-piece pyro damage, so it's okay, but nothing amazing. Obviously, C1, which, you know, that's the whole reason why, you know... anyway, moving on to our Bennett, which we used on our Razi team. You know, just built with a ton of VR just to make sure he can get his ult back. On Noblesse for the attack buff, he is only C2. And then our Shangling on 50 crit, which goes up to 62 with the catch, 117 crit damage, and 250 ER, just to make sure we can always have our ult up. Just because Shangling can be very annoying when you don't have her ult. C6... although it's only really up to C4, which matters in a Risley team. Also the Kaza that we used for our Risley, you know, just a little bit of crit for Fav, 172 ER. And then obviously, like I kind of mentioned already, Fav, Viridescent for the Swell, although it is a bit more difficult in a Melt team. And then Triple Crowned. When it comes to our Risley, he's on 53 crit rate, which goes up to basically 90 with Marche, 290 crit damage. That is mostly thanks to the fact that we have a Witziff here. And then we are also on Marseille, like I said. Obviously, we do have an EM Sands, which I will be switching over to an Attack Sands now, so that we can go back into our regular build. But yeah, that's our Melt Risley build. And then he has C1, but obviously Risley C1 is, you know, still not a top DPS, unlike Arlecchino C1. You know, something like a Alhae from C0 or Neuvillette C0 would have been better. You know, I could have used Neuvillette this video, but I wanted to keep it a little bit interesting. You know, if I used C1 Arlecchino and C0 and Neuvillette, then I probably could have cleared fairly easily. But yeah, anyway, when it comes to our signature, 64 crit, 124 crit damage, over 200 ER on Sack Sword, you know, just Emblem, just, you know, the standard. He is C2. If he was C6, I actually think that would have helped out Arlecchino a lot, but, you know, it is what it is. Level 8 ult, and then just real quick, our Beto is only level 70. 59, 60 crit, 145 crit damage, 190 ER on Skyward Pride. I did recently get a Wolf's Gravestone today, but, you know, did not have time to build her like that. And then also built an emblem, C6, 1-5-11 talent, mostly thanks to constellations. And then our official is level 80 on Stringless on Golden Troop, because, you know, brand new best in slot artifact set. And then C6 as well, which is really nice, and 6, 11, 10 talents. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I honestly feel like maybe we would have had a chance against the Baptist if we could do a little bit quicker on the first floor, although, you know, that's more easily achievable if we had like a better Xingqiu, a better Alakino, but obviously I did want to debuff my Alakino for this. But yeah, I mean, we were able to do the rest of the floors pretty easily, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Maybe this has inspired some of you, and yeah, I would love to hear what you guys think, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next video. And yeah, see ya.